This is everything you're going to need for this activity. Oh, and one more thing. Hello, and thank you for joining me in the KRANK School Holiday Program, which is part of Logan City Council. Enjoy this process. We're going to be learning how to draw. Alright, so before we start, we've got to make sure we're looking good and feeling comfortable. So to start with, we're going to use one of the sketch pencils to draw out some of the shapes that will assist us in the drawing process. So we're going to start with the 4 basic shapes. So you have a circle, a square, a triangle, and a rectangle. From here, we're going to combine the shapes and give an example of some items that we can create using a mix of the shapes. For example, if we mix a circle and a triangle, we can make an ice cream shape. And another one, if we mix a square, a circle, and a triangle, we can make a dog house. One other one is a square, circle, plus triangle, and a rectangle. We can make a house. And lastly, if you mix a rectangle, a square, and a few circles, we can make a car. Beep beep. So here I've got my helper, Brendan, to help demonstrate 2 different ways of sketching a simple house, and also the different ways of coloring in. Now you see these drawings involve a lot of lines, circles and things like that. Most of these drawings are done free-handed. This is, I guess, a way for us to train our hands and not try to get used to using rulers, protractors and things like that. If we continue to do this daily, we get better as we practice. Your drawings might start off looking very scrappy and unprofessional, but it's a step-by-step process. No one is born as a professional. You take time to practice and train. Sometimes as artists we tend to forget what certain things look like, and so for us to train our memory we need to tell ourselves a story that relates to that particular thing so that you can always remember how to draw it. So for this one you can see I've started off breaking down this piece one by one, step by step, to lead you to getting that final product on paper. So it's about also how you communicate your artwork to other people so that it comes to life. This piece right here is a basic step-by-step of how to draw a human face. This one's a little bit easier because we're used to seeing a lot of people's faces and it's easy for us to recognize what the faces look like. It only gets harder when you apply details like eyelashes, freckles and things like that. But for now we're just keeping it simple for the purpose of this exercise. The cool thing about being an artist is that you can come up with whatever idea that you want. For this piece, I'm just gonna add a little cool t-shirt that says "Love All." You can always go back and draw this piece over and over and over again, and every time just adding a little difference in things like the hair. You know, it might have a mohawk or a bigger nose or a nose ring, or you can have big eyes, small eyes, and things like that. Just all depends on how you want it to look. Now, this next character you might recognize from your TV screens. Let's see how long it takes you to guess what we are drawing. Now we're going to speed this process up so you can see the final product. Yes, of course, this is Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Well done on getting it right. Now with this one, we took exactly the same steps, but as you can see, our artworks are still a little bit different. So that means, as an artist, you are always gonna be unique in some way. So there's a good chance that your artwork might not be exactly the same as the next person's. So this is exactly why you should always be proud of your artwork, because every piece is going to be unique to only you. You can never run out of ideas. Things are always around you, and you can always practice. This leaf right here I found in the yard. It looked really cool, so I decided to bring it in and trace it on paper and then add a little bit of detail before I color it in. You've made it all the way through to the end of the video. Now it's your turn to get creative and put pencil to paper. Good luck, and always be proud of what you come up with, because it's always going to be unique to only you. There's plenty of places to find inspiration for your artworks. You can either go on YouTube and find a lot of other example videos such as this one to teach you how to draw certain cartoon characters, or if you want to expand your creations, anything you can imagine. And also there's books around such as this one teaching you how to draw. Alright, thank you so much for joining me in the Cartoon Creations program with KRANK, which is pretty much part of Logan City Council. Thank you once again. Don't forget to also like us on Facebook and Instagram, Multicultural Sports Club, MSC.QLD for Instagram, and yeah, we'll see you on the next one.